Well, hello, hello. Welcome to Mom Talk. I'm so glad that you're with us today because we're talking about marriage and conflict communication. I'm Anna, and with me today we have Carly and Marianne. So we want to know, what kind of communicator are you in marriage conflict?
Ooh, what a good word.
Yes.
Marriage conflict.
Does that ever happen?
Oh, yeah, just a couple times, but when it does, I tend to, I have two definite ways I deal with this.
Okay.
One, I kind of turtle in, don't talk to me, don't look at me, and give me space.
Okay.
But my husband's like, we need to talk now. I mean, we need to go over this. So, I mean, what is going on? What did happen? I'm like,
right.
Which actually is a great thing that he does want to talk it through and things like this, especially if it's at night, like, don't let the sun go down on our wrath. Like, we gotta talk. And I'm like, I want to sleep on it. And also sometimes with conflict, I can be very sarcastic and I can do some just digs, just some like little one-liner digs that really get under his skin.
Right.
So I have to really watch that with my conflict.
Yeah. So have you guys been able to communicate your styles with each other to help better understand?
Yeah, and once you deal with that, it feels like in marriage then something else pops up. So whether it's just like there's always this evolving new thing you got to work through and grow through, and oh sure, we communicate well, then something else happens, and marriage is always growing. It's like alive.
Right.
So it's growing and changing. So
that's a good way to put it.
Yes, I'd like to hear what Jacinda has to say.
You know, when we were first married, a lot of our trips out to eat dinner someplace would look a little something like this.
Hey, where do you want to go eat?
Oh, I don't care.
How about like Sonic?
I guess. Well, I really wanted to go to Longhorn.
Okay. Why didn't you just say so in the first place?
It took a long time and a lot of hurt to learn to tell the truth when I was asked a question. To try to avoid conflict, I ended up creating it by not being truthful.
It's true. That is so true.
It's true.
Well, even though I'm a talker and I know how important communication is in any relationship, I clam up.
Okay.
But I clam up for a reason, because I don't want to say anything that's going to be wrong.
Right.
And I think it's just good to clam up for a little bit, and my husband always knew that. But we were both talkers after it was all, the space was there, and we could sit down, and I could listen, and he could listen. It was perfect. But we had one special thing that we always did. We had one special word that we knew if it was getting a little too heavy, we knew to say this word, and our word was spinach.
Oh, seriously?
Absolutely. So if one of us started to go a direction we didn't want the other one to go, we'd say spinach, and we'd stop, we'd take a breath, and we'd go maybe have a drink or a sandwich or something, and come back later in the night and continue it.
There you go.
And it works. It works
Wow.
because it gives you the space like you said you need.
I do.
And it works perfect. It works
Yes.
perfect.
Like-
Oh, well, let's just see what Christine has to say in this.
3 things about marriage communication. 1, sync your calendars. Chris has an Android, I have an iPhone, but we have Google Calendar on our phones and we can access them anywhere we're at, on our phones, on our laptops, at work, at home. We know what the other person has planned for that day, that week, that month, that year. 2, know your spouse. Know those things that are going to cause like a fear response or an anger response, and try to avoid them if at all possible. And then number 3, be ready to say you're sorry. It goes a long way to healing miscommunications.
Yes. And
Saying
forgiving.
we're sorry.
Amen.
Forgiving.
Amen.
Right.
Fast,
Right.
yes.
So true. Okay, I have this tool that was given to me and my husband to help us with our communication weaknesses. So we're learning how to be a good listener during conflict and how to be a good talker. So this listener card, I love how it says underneath, I am calm enough to hear what the other person is saying. I don't own this problem,
Right.
which
Okay.
sometimes I tend to do that. And my goal is to provide safety, to understand, to clarify without agreeing, disagreeing, advising, defending. And then on the other side, it gives those guidelines and goals for when I'm it's my turn to talk. And this is just so good because, especially when we're really fired up and angry,
Yeah.
it makes us pause and think about what's going to come
do you
out.
go get the
of our
card?
mouth. We do.
You go get
Yes,
the card
we
and you're
do.
like, okay.
Yes, put it in front of us.
Talker is on your side when you're talking,
Yes.
and he needs to listen.
Yes, so
looking
he
at
gets to
listener.
see
That
that.
is so
Isn't
good.
that cool?
That is
It
so
works
good.
sometimes.
Get it
Other-
laminated and pass it out.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm totally considering doing that. So sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But when we follow the guidelines, it tends to work. Yes. All right. Well, we hope that some of this has helped you as you
Yes.
navigate through conflict in marriage. And here at Mom Talk, we believe Ecclesiastes 4:9 and 10, which says, two are better than one because they have a good return for their labor. If either of them falls down, one can help the other up. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Bye.